Welcome to Tom and Bill Theorize the Game of Thrones.
I love how I got the former. Like, it wasn't Bill and Dom. Fucking right.
In the dry run, it was Bill and Tom. Now it's Tom and Bill.
Why are you hairstyle right now?
Humpadoo.
Yeah, we're going to start talking some Game of Thrones.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little Game of Thrones.
We're going into the finale this week of the penultimate season of Game of Thrones.
Penultimate.
Yes.
Yes. Are you jazzed? Are you psyched?
Not really.
What?
I don't. Well, A, I just don't want it to fucking end.
No, okay.
And B, I've just had like some serious issues with like some of the writing the past like 2 episodes.
I think it's just all, just everything that's an off thing. Because there's so much. Everybody's just really kind of like, it's either the chains or the ravens or the traveling. It's like, it's just, or even some of like the forced nature.
It's not even any of that shit. Really, the biggest thing that gets me, like, oh, what's up? Let's go.
I didn't know it got down like this.
This is the White Walker fucking after party when they got Drogon, when they got the fucking dragon. This is the Night King was on the fucking 1s and 2s. He was like, let's go, bitch.
It's the Ice Walker Festival 2017.
Yeah,
it's like, that's what they're doing.
They put a fucking like disco light inside the fucking dragon.
Everybody does these festivals out in the middle of the desert. What about doing one up north? You know what I mean?
Hey.
That's what they're doing.
Great acoustics up there.
Speaking of great things,
no,
you were just saying
the biggest issue that I have with the season so far is just the whole thing of Tyrion suggesting this thing of go getting a fucking zombie and then bringing it to King's Landing to Cersi to try and like convince her of like joining the team, like that she's redeemable, at all.
Yeah.
And like just the whole plan itself seems like so cartoony to me. Like even before they fucking captured the fucking zombie, put the black bag over its head and stuck it in the white van. Like,
right. You're mixing up your shows, but you're right. But it's not. It's the same kind of thing. It's a trope. It's a little bit of a it's a little bit tropey.
It just seems so Scooby Doo.
It does a little bit where it's like, you know what it is? It's rare that you get on this show like an end game for like 3 episodes to come spelled out so blatantly like that too. Like you never really know exactly where the show is going to go. And like this season here at this point, they were like, they put a big plan up front and it's got everybody working towards the same goal. So it's like, all right.
Yeah.
But
so I think really the goal with this short episode that we're going to just talk about here is just basically going to be
just us shooting
the shit about what we think is going to happen next week in the finale.
Right.
And maybe a little speculation about what's going to go on in season 8.
Oh, how about this? Real quick. You pulled me into a Game of Thrones Deadpool.
Oh, I did.
And what have you gotten any updates or what do you know?
A couple of my buddies and I today were talking about it in our group chat. And unfortunately, my buddy that's running it didn't have the spreadsheet on his phone, the current version, so he didn't send it. But he said he had it on his computer, and I'm sure he'll send it back to us in the next 2 days.
You don't want to give that a shot like during the show here to see if we hear back from him maybe?
Yeah, maybe it's possible. Hey, that's probable.
I mean,
he's pretty good with the phone.
I just thought I don't want to put you on the spot. I mean, it's not you, it's him. But it would be kind of interesting to see if we get if we put that out here now at the beginning of the show, and then see if we hear it back from him before we're done. Gives the listener something to kind of like hold on to your seats, folks.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Whoa.
Sent.
So
But Bill, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Overall thoughts on the season so far?
I feel like it's suffering from the rushedness of it all, the compacted nature of it. I feel like we would still be asking silly questions regardless. We'd still be asking where did the chains come from, because they would still use the chains. Like, we'd still be asking. Even I was saying stuff about ravens like 2 seasons ago. Yeah. Where like ravens is a very convenient thing. It doesn't help you tell time in any way. But, I feel like look, it's hitting all of the markers.
Not going to be home. He's in the city. He stayed out after work.
Be like, all right. Fair enough. Tell him he let down 12 people.
That many? Well,
that many, damn. You know what we should have done? If we were good at this stuff, we would have held that
Yeah.
until the end of the episode. But we ain't good. There's no suspense. But no, I feel like it's rushed, and so that's what it's suffering from. So you have to give it an allowance for that, just cause. And a longer season would have been better.
Yeah, of course.
Two more episodes. I don't think would have felt as rushed.
No.
Would have spread it out probably just right. Just right.
Yeah, and it's also a thing where it's like, do we want to fucking see all this shit with King's Landing and like the
big sit down?
The politics? Do we really want to see that? Do we even want that to happen? Like, how can you bargain with Cersi? How can you convince her to be on your team? Like, because I'm convinced that she already knows that the White Walkers are around. Like, she has
ears,
eyes, ears, every fucking where, no matter if it's beyond the wall
or not. That's a fair point.
And I think we're gonna find out this week, in some way, shape, or form, that fucking the Mountain is like a White Walker somehow. Like, that's how like he got brought back somehow. Like, fucking what's his name? Fucking that maester there.
That's the magic he used or something.
Some shit.
All right. That would be interesting.
And it would be interesting to set up Clegane Bowl, which a lot of fans on Reddit and shit have been speculating.
There's two big fights anticipated this week.
And I think
one of them is pay-per-view, the other one is HBO.
Right. And I think it would be cool for the Hound to kill his White Walker brother, using fucking like a flaming sword or some shit.
Or some dragon stone, some dragon ice,
dragon
glass, some dragon stuff.
I think that would be poetic.
Yeah, no,
I would hate for them to kill off the Hound.
Well, that's the thing. I wonder how much of that's, how much of that we're gonna get, because it's like from the preview, even it's looking like, well, they at least get to the big chat. You know what I mean?
I see John there, like, with the same outfit that he wears in fucking Winterfell in King's Landing.
I'm comfortable. I'm not hot at all.
Yeah.
But, I'm snow. I'm always cold. I'm dead. Now it makes sense to have to wear it, because he's always catching a chill. You know what I mean?
He's got like air pockets on his chest.
You know what I mean? Every now and then, fucking.
They're like fucking hot pockets or some shit.
He goes to Tyrion. He's like, blow hot air on my hands.
Yeah.
Warm them up. But I don't think that's the thing. Like, I feel like there's some unexpected twist in there. I can't imagine what it's going to really be, but it does feel like that can't all go smooth. I get that in my headspace, I could kind of see Cersi being convinced, but it would only be in some way that, like, she'd find some upper hand. You know what I mean? Whether or not it was known to the rest of them, or she bartered something. But, like, even though she's got very little in her favor, that's the only thing that's bringing her to the table.
Yeah.
Which okay, I get it. But now you're going to have all these kings and leaders in one spot. So I just feel like that can't go good. You know?
It's going to be a fucking mess. I honestly have no idea what's going to... I honestly have no clue what's going to go on with that storyline.
Right. So,
but what do you think about Arya and Sansa and Littlefinger?
I think that's just going to work out to where one of them kills him.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you think? Like, you think this is like a game from Arya, that she's been like playing him the whole time, or what? Because that's what I think. I think like this whole thing has been like a lesson for Sansa, and like she's like, he thinks he's one step ahead of her, but like he don't understand that she's like
really
the slyest motherfucker in the world.
Right. She's really a step ahead of him.
Yeah.
She's kind of like letting him lead her into this trap,
and she's just like putting on a front for Sansa to fucking like prove a lesson to her. You know?
Right.
Which is funny, because I've been seeing, I can't accredit it to myself, but
fair enough.
I saw online a lot today, especially memes and shit about how like condescending that is, about how Arya says that to Sansa about how she served the Lannisters.
Oh yeah.
Because like she did that whole thing
when
in, like,
she was like the
season 2 or
page
3
boy, when she pretended to be a boy
with
Tywin.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that too. Where it was like, I think you sent me it too. You were like, "Oh, check this out."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, yeah, it's totally true." It's like, so how much of it is her just trying to manipulate Sansa to show her the true light of Littlefinger, and she's gonna reveal some double, she's double spun it.
And it's kind of crazy because Littlefinger doesn't understand really at this point how like
Oh,
Arya seriously
is a
could be
murder
like
machine.
the like best swordsman in the realm.
Yeah, right.
Literally, because like I think the last one we had, like someone said it on screen was like Brienne, and then she just fucking beat Brienne like in episode 2, whatever that was.
Basically, you know.
In they were sparring.
I just realized just now that like
she's a beauty.
Who?
Brienne?
Oh,
she's a savage.
They're all amazing. That it's the reference probably lost on you, but basically, he took Snake Eyes and Zartan from G.I. Joe and turned Arya into both of them. Like, you know what I mean? She's like, because I've started to refer to her as like she's just a little ninja, and then like I just realized, oh no, she changes faces like Zartan from G.I. from Cobra from G.I. Joe, the leader of the Dreadnoks. You know what I mean? And that was the
Two
whole
G.I. Joe references.
You know what I mean? Come on, but and that was a thing I foresaw season 1. It just felt like, oh, she's just gonna go wander around and get trained by a bunch of different people. Yeah, and that's kind of what happened. And she's got this bag of tricks, and she's just gonna be murdering people. But I think Littlefinger's in for it, for sure. I think he's almost like a guaranteed death going into this one.
Now, if you want to get to that, I don't know really what other plot lines we could talk about or theorize about.
Yeah.
But who do you think's gonna die?
Well, I think
this week. I think we're gonna get a serious amount of like main character deaths this week, like at least 3.
See, I wanted it because a lot of our characters are going to that big meetup.
Bro, we didn't get like one at all during the season.
No, the
other
most
than like Thoros.
Yeah, Thoros. The guy with the onion bun. I didn't even know his name until he died.
Man bun.
But yeah. So it's like, unless they're saving a lot of that for next season.
I see a lot of people saying Grey Worm.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Grey Worm feels expendable.
I feel Cersi could go this week.
I don't think so, because who falls into the position of power?
Yeah, but it's like
there's no other big threat then. The next season becomes only about the White Walkers.
Yeah, and then that's fine.
But that feels
Daenerys wins tonight. Like, you know what I mean?
But
like
that's
that
what I mean.
So
but that's what I mean.
perfect.
You can't do 6 episodes.
How not? It's the War of the Dawn.
It's one episode then. If Daenerys wins tonight, like it's like nothing. Like what? She goes with the dragons, and that's like. Is that what you mean by Daenerys wins tonight?
She wins the War of the Seven Kingdoms.
I'm saying, but like, if you take Cersei completely off the board.
So this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Possibly somehow there's gonna end up being Cersei's somehow. I don't even know if this could happen in one episode. Probably would be reaching, but Cersei goes up for trial by combat.
Right.
She uses the mountain, and whoever else, Jon or Daenerys, whoever makes the sentence, chooses the Hound, and the Hound wins. So then Cersei's gets to be killed. But I don't know, like how that could be set up, because it's like
that's a rush.
Then she's like the queen shit. Like I don't know. It's
well, that's the thing. Like, that's what I mean. Like if you take Cersei out, then
I just feel like it wouldn't bother me if that happened. If like we ended season 7 with Daenerys easily like on a happenstance winning the throne.
Sure.
But like then I would be fine with all of season 8 being just straight White Walker shit. I'm actually like opposed to having the 2 going into season 8. I just feel
you'd rather have one storyline.
It's too busy.
It is a little busy, but I do worry that
like we haven't seen any of like where's fucking Euron? Like with all that whole storyline, we didn't even see Cersei this past week.
Yeah, it's true.
Like that whole storyline's getting fucking
sidelined. I do. My concern going into season 6 is that if only having one storyline, at least in the beginning, that it may feel stretched out then for 6 episodes. See, here's my thinking, is that if you go in, at least come out as some kind of cliffhanger out of this season, Cersei's still an issue, but you resolve her or whatever happens and within 2 episodes, and then it's just straight, War for the Dawn, White Walkers, Ballapalooza 2017.
That could be.
You know what I mean? Because I'd rather have it be a thing like that, only because it's like, this pace that they've created now, if they dialed it back a little bit, wouldn't be too bad.
No.
But going into next season, just thinking logistically, it just feels like, I would be surprised if they killed her in the season finale, which would be a great fucking twist. Like, don't get me wrong. Because then I'd be even more intrigued of like, well, how are you gonna make this work now?
But that's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
I just mean like what basically for the exact same reasoning that you had, where it's like with the pacing and shit. I think it would be great going into season 6 with just one storyline, so that they can slow things down, tie up some loose ends. We still gotta have John find out that he's a Targaryen. That whole process. That's gonna be like at least a 2-episode unveiling.
Yeah, it's true.
We still need some answers with fucking whatchamacallit?
Podrick.
Podrick? No, like with some of the First Men shit and like the children. I think we're gonna get some of that. There's a lot of brand stuff that we have to get to.
Right.
Who's the Night King? There's a lot of answers. You know what I mean?
Well, there's
a lot of shit. That's a few ideas there that could cover a few episodes.
But here comes the thing though, is that if you take out Cersi, let's say like because Daenerys has brought the fucking dragon, that even if she leaves it at the boat, as as a peaceful gesture or some shit, like eventually she could just have it swoop down and just burn Cersi. Yeah. Just and only Cersi. Like, one quick blast and she's done. And then it's like, what motherfuckers? I'm boss now.
Like I don't
So, like I know people want the Clegane Bowl. I'm saying I'm down for that under some circumstances or whatever it is. I don't think you'll get a trial thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to think of how would they kill Cersi.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And some like it all going to shit, the whole meetup going to shit, and eventually having to call.
It would be absurd. Dragon. It would be crazy if like somehow like Arya got down there and like poisoned her like wine or some shit. Like there's like a scene going on like. Like she's perfectly fine. Like goes to just sip a glass of wine and
how
just dies.
People have this rando. You know how people have like this rando theory that like it's not Arya, it's the waif. It's the waif. But what if her and the waif were working together and like it turns out like, oh shit, Arya was down at the meeting and she was posing as somebody else, but the waif was the one left at Winterfell trying. She was supposed to stay out of everything, but she really couldn't. Keep her hands, keep out of messing with things.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's the only way, I would want the waif thing to happen.
No,
if it was all
theory.
Yeah, I hate that theory too. But it's the only way I want the waif thing to happen because I don't like the waif theory either.
Word.
But anyway, it's just something that came to my head now. So, live theories, folks, as they happen.
Yeah, I'm running out of steam. But
running out of steam. I can't imagine how John would find out this week. I don't think he's gonna.
Yeah. I don't know though, because I feel like each week we more and more are learning that the story, like the Song of Ice and Fire, is just John. It's not like the marriage
the ice
of the
and fire
two.
Of his. It's Ice and Fire.
Like he is Ice and Fire. He is,
right.
I mean? Like with the Stark and Targaryen.
Yeah.
So I think long term, like
this episode, that one coming up is
8.
called Wolf and Dragon, right?
Yeah. No, something like that.
Or Lion Dragon? No, it's Dragon and the Wolf.
Something, yeah.
So that's Dany and
John.
Or that he is both Dragon and Wolf.
And I think that I think that title's alluding to the fact that we're gonna find he's gonna find out this week. How do you not do it, bro, in season 7?
Well, the thing is, how do you do it? So now that he's gonna be far away, he's not near Bran. He's not near.
He's in King's Landing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's not going to be near, what's his name? Who's leaving the Citadel?
Sam.
He's not near Sam and the missus, who, even though they have that info, they don't know that it pertains to him.
The dragon and the wolf, yeah.
Right. They don't know that information even pertains to him. So that's still that whole discovery thing, which I agree with you, they're probably going to save. Mm-hmm. I see it playing out easier next season as opposed to rushing it somehow into the finale here for it to be some other, whoa, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm driving on the way back on the dragon. You know what I mean? Fucking, so, and I don't know if they've really, outside of the super nerds and the hardcore fans, I don't know how much those nuggets of info separately throughout the season have really connected for like random viewers.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Who aren't like looking it all up
Yeah.
and all that shit. Are we even like gonna write the story in a way that's to help them at all?
Yeah.
And like have
It's seriously.
because that's the thing. When a story does start to do like actual literal exposition to connect dots of things, it feels clunky.
And like they've done fan service this season. Like they've gone out of their way to do like
feels like
meme service basically. Like,
yeah,
literally.
yeah. When those guys are all bonding up in the snow and it's like they're
That
having these
it's a few
perfect
things.
conversations.
A couple
and
things with Davos.
stuff. Yeah.
Davos is so great. He's like become one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. He's always been kind of like that kind of captivating where it's like I don't know what it is about you, but I don't know, you feel like my nice granduncle or something, like, you know, some kind of old family member. I'm not really your uncle, I'm just a friend, but I'm safe. I haven't touched anybody.
I know I've got a flea bottom accent, my lord.
He's always kind of stooping down too.
Yeah.
He's got this head cock thing.
Yeah.
You know. And then what else?
Last time I was here, you killed my son with dragon. With what is it? Fucking wildfire.
Yeah, with wildfire.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
There's nothing else going on.
I'm dead.
You're dead. That's it. There's nothing.
We just did an hour and a half Patreon, guys.
So this is extra.
But no, like really, that's all I gotta say. I think like everyone that like we want to make it out of this season will. Like I don't think we're gonna lose like Jon or like Sansa or Arya or Daenerys. I think those characters will get picked off next season.
I think if anybody's really on the table, it's Littlefinger, the Mountain,
Brienne,
and obviously the Mountain and his brother, the Hound, because people just seem to want them to fucking square
Tormund
up.
as well.
Tormund, right? So he's on a boat. He's with everybody, right? I guess that's how that's going.
Yeah, I think he's going to King's Landing also.
Yeah,
he's like one of Jon's like trusted. Advisors.
That's his top wildling dude, right?
Yeah. He's the leader of the wildlings.
Right, because Mace was used to be the leader of it, right?
Mace Windu.
Yeah, Mace Windu. Mace Stormer, or some kind of, what was it? Mance Raider.
Mance Raider, yeah. That's why I was like Mace Windu. Because you were like Mace.
Mace.
I was making a joke about when you said Mace. Mance Raider.
But, so that's what I mean. That's what sucks about trying to theorize, because they're all together going down there. So it's like, well, you can't really separate out their storylines and think that they're all going to, like, die, you know?
And I just like I can't see how like Daenerys like rolls up into King's Landing without Cersei shooting one of those things like directly at the dragons, because like how do you like the dragons are coming in, like how do you not know if they're gonna fucking torch you or not?
Well, that's the thing. You know, it's like how do you not trust her at all to even be there? Like, you know, like how do you not, you know?
And how do they trust Cersei?
That's what I mean. She'd just be arrows just being flung at all of them.
She blew up the goddamn sept.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
do they know that?
Do they realize? You know?
She's like not that long ago. That was like 2 months ago.
Yeah. But don't think that the pregnancy is real.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
I think she's playing, like, because...
That's just playing Jaime.
Yeah, because she saw in Jaime, like, he was starting to fucking question her and shit.
And it's a great plan, too, because down the line, she could pretend to lose it and then have another layer of sympathy. And like reinvest the sympathy. Like,
but
in a way.
I think it goes deeper than Jaime, because, like, trying to play Jaime, I think it's going to be, like, a thing in, like, the grand scheme.
Right.
Because... And I think she is even telling... What's her maester's name? I always forget. I want to say Pycelle, but that was the old
Windu.
Oh, fuck, no, it's not.
No, I know, but her new hand.
The guy that created the mountain.
Right. That's her hand now.
I can't think of
He's got the pin.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I can't picture his fucking.
I don't know his name.
His name.
Yeah.
But
Harry. Let's call him Harry.
Harry Potter.
No, just Harry. Helpful Harry. Yeah. Helpful Harry. Fucking. He knows the deal though.
Yeah.
Like
no. I'm saying I don't.
You think she's lying to him too?
Yes, because this is what I was gonna say.
It's part of
when we find out, like before, she even tells Jaime.
Right.
He's like, you know, I have a solution for that. Basically implying like I could give you an abortion.
Right.
And she's like, no, that won't be necessary.
Right.
That's what she says.
Don't worry about it.
That won't be necessary. She says.
Oh, that's right. Because she was talking to him as Jaime's coming in.
Right. And he's like, I have a solution or some shit like that.
Oh,
and he's like inferring. He's implying about an abortion method, you know what I mean? And she's like, that won't be necessary.
Right. Which back then I think is just like something fucked up.
Fucking like a
whatever.
hanger and a cloth.
If you know, it's like a punch to the stomach.
Yeah. Flayed down the stairs.
Yeah, you know. It's what all your ancestors used to use, my mom, my lady. My ma'am.
The old gods.
I can't even speak. I'm getting tired too.
Yeah,
but
it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so Cersi's. I think she's gonna be fine. I think the pregnancy is fake. Like we agree on that.
Still think she's gonna die though this week.
Yeah.
Personally, that's this. I'm putting a lot of stock in that on my own.
Yeah, no, I think, like you said, Grey Worm's on the block.
On the board. That was your number one in that death pool.
Yeah, that was my number one. Not
But
looking so
I
hot.
think I do. No. I think he's gonna die because I've been rewatching the episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm on episode 3 now, and in episode 2, I think it is.
Before he leaves.
No, yeah, before
he has that
leaves,
big
like
speech with her.
He has like that sexual moment with Masanda.
Right.
So I think that's like the send off for him, where it's like, oh, get close to him, and then he's gonna die.
Right. He has a little character resolution.
Typical fucking TV show.
We let him have a sexual thing
somehow because he's got no dick or no balls. So
he gets to go down on her, I guess.
Yeah, he's got like the Jon Snow. He's got like the Jon Snow method of fucking tongue.
It's Jon Snow. Even get it up. Like who even knows? Like that guy's this is heart pump.
I can't imagine you being able to in like that temperature. Like it's fucking cold out there, dude.
It's so you gotta warm it up. Go warm it up first.
I feel like George in that fucking Seinfeld episode.
Which one?
The water was fucking cold. The water was cold.
It was cold, Jerry.
The water was cold.
It was very cold. All right, so that's gonna wrap.
I was in the pool. I was in the pool.
That's right. I was in the pool. I was in the pool.
The woman walks in on him in the bathroom, coming out of the shower. Yes. I was in the pool.
I was in the pool. I don't know. Jon Snow. All right, so I think that's going to wrap it up for us.
Yeah, we're really excited.
We're really excited, and maybe we'll do one of these after it ends.
Maybe we'll do like an official like episode.
Yeah.
And, like we'll have like a guest or two on that knows shit about Thrones. Oh my God, not like the fucking normal plugs that we have.
Oh my God, imagine. All right, so that's that. We're gonna wrap it up. That's my buddy Dom Torre. You can find him on Twitter at Dom_Torre, Torre.
That's right.
That's right. I'm Bill Sweeney. You can find me on Twitter at Wicked Theory. You can find our main show, Wicked Theory, the Wicked Theory podcast, wherever good podcasts give it away for free.
And on Mixlr every Saturday at 7 p.m. live.
Eastern Standard Time.
Create a Mixlr account. Go on there. Show some love.
Show some love. Create
every
an account.
Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're there.
Click the follow button after you set up an account, and you'll get a notification every time we go live so you don't miss it. And we talk about all kinds of nerd, pop culture stuff, and we have lots of fun. We play games.
Like to say that we get freaky with the geeky.
Yeah. It's been known.
And the family has grown.
That's true.
5 official members.
Damn. 5? You, Bob, me, Ed, Jay, Palmer.
Oh.
Well, I know we're into non-official.
On mic, I mean.
Like regular. Yeah. Yeah, so it is 5. No, because I was just thinking back to the Patreon episode we did, and I was saying like 7. I don't know where. I rounded up.
Counting like Palmer, though, because like he's staff, and like Steph, because she's like helps out.
Yeah.
And like Sarah, she helps out with Preacher.
Well, they're regular.
But
they're regular
speaking
guests.
of Preacher versus Preacher is
our
another
other
podcast
show.
that we do. Mm-hmm. If you want to hear us do more shitty podcasting, get over there. It's a companion to the AMC Preacher series. We're going to talk about the book, the comic book and shit.
We're big book fans, so we give away spoilers for the book, but...
We like that comic book. We don't like the show that much.
Yeah.
But
show is growing on us, though.
Show's growing.
Show is growing on us. Took a while.
Full throttle at this point.
Yeah.
So...
Check us out over there.
You can follow that account on Twitter at Preach VS Preach.
That's correct.
And always posting up some freaky goodness with that fucking nonsense.
That nonsense.
That silly book.
That silly book. That silly show.
So, yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks.
If you guys also have any theories or questions or comments about Game of Thrones, like where it's going to go, and or if you want to just bullshit about it, email us.
Podcast at wickedtheory.com.
Yeah, and we could use some of those for the finale episode that we're going to do.
Yeah. If you want to sound off, send something in.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it. Let's play a little music on the way out, and then... This is the good stuff, though. Oh shit! Here it comes. It's gonna get sick. You ready? Get your glow sticks. Get your glow swords. He's raving so hard, folks.
I'm Jersey Turnpike in my chair right now.
Oh shit. Thanks for listening.
Bill's making out at the fucking chair. What is he doing? Don't suck the mic. Come on.
Good night.
The Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixler.com/wicked-theory. Mixler is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.